Today I am going to share the details about my machine learning project that I did with Skyfi Labs. My name is Varsha. I made a machine learning project. So far I have learned linear regression from Skyfi Labs. I prepared a project which is a price predicting model for Boston housing data that is present in the sklearn library. We will use Boston house dataset for this purpose. This contains prices of houses in Boston. This can predict the price of a given house. First, we need to import some libraries such as NumPy, which is used to handle multi-dimensional arrays. It provides an easy way to perform vectorized operations. And then we will import pandas to provide easy to use data structures for data analysis. We will use this to load data into data frame object, and then we will import matplotlib, which helps to plot the graphs. And next we'll import sklearn library, which have functions like mean squared error and min max scalar and the function for splitting data. And we will also import IPython display HTML for animation of the training model of the data that we are training. The first step is data pre-processing. Here we will load the dataset with load underscore Boston function and store it in a variable called Boston. And we will use the boston.descr to obtain the description of the dataset. Here we can see the output of the number of attributes that are present in the dataset, which are generally the features of the dataset from which we can predict the prices. And next we are sorting the features from the dataset into the pandas data frames. We will just use the data frame object present in the pandas library to assign the features column from the Boston data to features. And we can see the output. It prints 506 rows and 13 columns, which are the 13 features. We can also use this command like feature and then call a separate column like index, and we can see the output which prints the column index. In this way we can select any column and we can display that column. And next we will store the target column into a data frame called target, which are the prices we need to predict. Let's name the column as target, and we can check that the output we will get the target values. And next we can also find the minimum and maximum prices of the houses in this data. For this we can use min and max to print minimum and maximum value for a feature like target. Here the minimum value of the target is 5 and maximum value of the target is 50. And next is we can concatenate the features and targets data frames into single data frame. We have to set the parameter axis equal to 1 for this to concatenate by columns. As default in system there is axis equal to 0, which concatenates by rows. And for this we can see the output here. The next we will use data frame object to describe the mean and standard value and minimum and maximum value. Here the minimum value of target is 5 and maximum value of target is 50. It varies from 5 to 50, and the mean value of the target is 22.530. And next step 2 is data visualization. Let's now compute the correlations and visualize the correlations between each of the attribute and the target using function called cor. We need to find a correlation between target value and the features. Correlation is just a dependency rate of a feature and target. Here we can use different types of correlations, but we are using Pearson's correlation here. We will also obtain absolute values for each of the attribute in the list features, and then we can set them together into a list. Our objective is to find the attribute with the highest correlation coefficient value with a target. Next, we will sort the pairs to obtain all the correlation values in descending order. Since we want correlation values in descending order, we have to set the reverse parameter as true. Next, we will plot the correlations as a bar graph. To plot as a bar graph, we have to use a function called plt.bar. Using function xticks, we can set the label for each of the bar by passing the index and labels are arguments so as to identify which bar corresponds to which feature. And by using the plt.show function, we can generate the graph. Here we can see the output resulting a bar graph with the features on x-axis. Here target value is most affected by the feature LSTAT. And next, step 3, normalization of data. Then here we need to normalize the data. We will use LSTAT type of feature because the target value is affected by it the most from all the attributes. And then we will use target column for the y. Then we can normalize the data by using the min-max scalar object and use the fit transform function. We use reshape function because the fit transform only allows vertical data. We can use the slicing to change it back. Next step is splitting the data. We need to split the data in testing and training data set. We will take 80% of the data as training data set and 20% of the data as testing data set. Then we need to define some kind of cost function. Here we are using mean square error function. We need to define 3 functions for it to run. We need to define error to find the mean square error. We will define update to update m and c slope for the linear regression equation using the update function. And we will define gradient descent function in which we can use number of iterations to run a loop and check for an error every time and update the after error is less than the threshold. We can break out of the loop and then save all the values in their page and return to the final m and c values for the prediction. And here we use gradient function keeping the learning rate at 0.001, here we are using a magic function called percentile time which gives the time taken for the execution. And after running the gradient descent function for the training the model, we plot the regression curve which is the training data and the prediction values. We can see that the slope of the curve is negative because the LSTAT has a negative impact on the target value. We can also see the errors with the iterations. We can see that the error has gradually decreased over the iterations, and we can visualize the training phase of the model by using HTML and Func animation. We can see this video how the model trains itself. The regression curve changes accordingly as m and c changes. Now we get the prediction values using y equal to mx plus c equation of the linear regression. We can also test the mean square error against the target value and predicted value, which is 0.017 for LSTAT feature. And then we can add the testing data and the predicted values in the data frame and see them. And we can plot the scatter plot of the testing data and the target value and a line for the predicted, and we can see the results also. We need to find the predicted data in the target values. We have to predict it in a normalized form, so we need to revert the normalization by scaling it. We can use inverse transform function for it, and then after scaling we can just put it back in the data frame and then see the values of the target values, which is the rightest and the predicted value. We can also change the features to RM to test our feature which affects the target value positively. We can see that the regression curve, the slope of the regression curve is positive, because the mean square error here is 0.02, which is approximately 2 times the mean square value for the LSTAT. We can also change the training feature to something and see the results. Thank you for watching.